In this video, I'm going to be speaking about personal tax in the UK. What is it, who's it applicable to, and how does it work? First and foremost, personal tax is also referred to as self-assessment. So if you hear me say self-assessment, personal tax, or tax return, all of these terms are used interchangeably. So who needs to submit a tax return in the UK? There are 5 main groups of people. The first main group are sole traders or self-employed people. The next group are partners. The third group of people are those that earn over 150k. The fourth group of people are those that have made capital gains. The final and the biggest group of people that need to submit a tax return are those that have income that's not been taxed at source. What do we mean by this? Well, if you've got a job, then you'll often know that on your payslip, you'll see taxes that have been deducted before you get paid. This is known as tax at source. So if you're receiving income that's not taxed at source, then usually you need to submit a tax return. Other examples of income that's not taxed at source will include dividend income, foreign income, and also property income. So when does the personal tax year start and finish? And more importantly, when do you need to submit your tax return and pay the associated taxes? The personal tax year goes from the 6th of April all the way through to the 5th of April each and every year. The deadline for actually submitting your tax return is the following January the 31st. Essentially, you've got 9 months after the tax year ends to submit and pay your taxes. One important point that I love to emphasize is that it doesn't matter if you submit your tax return earlier in the year. Let's say the tax year ends 5th of April 2025. If you submit your tax return in May or June, you're not actually penalised for this. So submitting early doesn't mean that you need to pay your taxes early. The deadline for actually paying it is still the 31st of January following the April. So submitting early can actually save you a lot of headspace, because by planning and knowing what you've got due means you can plan how to pay it throughout the year. Payments on account. One thing that surprises many self-employed people is that if your tax bill is more than £1,000, HMRC expects you to make what are known as payments on account. Payments on account are essentially a 50% tax payment that you have to pay in advance that goes towards next year's tax bill. So if your tax bill is £3,000, you'll be expected to make a payment on account of £1,500. Payments on account are due 31st of January and 31st of July every year. So as the normal tax bill is due on the 31st of January, you'll be expected to pay your tax bill and a payment on account on the 31st of January. You'll then be expected to make a second payment on account in July. When you submit your tax return in the following tax year, you'll then calculate what your actual tax liability should be. At this point, you'll also look at what payments on account you've made. If there are any differences, so if you owe more tax, then there'll be a balance in charge and your following payment on account will increase. If you've massively overpaid your tax and it turns out that you don't owe anything, then HMRC will issue a refund. So what types of personal tax do you need to be aware of? There are 4 main types of personal taxes in the UK. The main one is known as income tax. Income tax is an annual tax charged on your income based on the total amount that you earn. It's broken into segments or tax brackets, and you can see an outline of those here. The first £12,570 of your income is tax-free. This segment of your income is known as your tax-free personal allowance. The next segment is known as the basic rate of tax. At this rate, you pay 20% tax on any income that's due. The next segment after that is the higher rate, and at this point you pay 40% tax. And finally, we have the additional rate where you pay 45% tax. It's worth noting that the tax is broken into segments, and just because you cross into one segment, it doesn't then apply to your entire income. So if you only have £1,000 that's in the higher rate, then only that 1,000 is taxed at the higher rate. Everything else is taxed at the basic rate, and below that you'll still have your tax-free personal allowance. So I mentioned that there were 4 taxes that individuals pay in the UK. The first one, income tax. The next one is known as dividend tax. Now that's not an official term that the UK government use, since dividend tax is very, very closely linked to income tax. But I think it's really important to use a different term to differentiate it, because it does impact your taxes slightly differently. Dividend tax, just like income tax, is based on tax brackets. We have the tax-free personal allowance, the basic rate, the higher rate, and the additional rate. On top of this, you also get a tax-free dividend allowance each year. At the moment, that's a measly £500. The key difference between dividend tax and income tax is that the tax rates are slightly different. While you're in the basic rate of tax, rather than paying 20% on income, you pay 8.75%. During the higher rate, rather than paying 40%, you pay 33.75%. And at the additional rate, it's taxed at 39.35%. The reason that dividends are taxed at a lower rate than income tax is because dividends have already had a tax applied to them. The tax that's already applied is corporations tax. So companies pay tax on their profits and then they pay out dividends to shareholders. That's a whole new video in itself, but I thought I'd include that for anybody who's wondering why dividends are taxed lower. The third major tax is national insurance. While most people are familiar of national insurance because they see it on their payslip, national insurance is actually a tax that's comprised of several different parts. You've got Class 1, Class 2, Class 3 and Class 4. Class 1 national insurance is split into further classes, so you have employees' national insurance and employers' national insurance. This is mainly taken care of as part of the payroll process, so it's something that people don't really need to think about. Class 2 and Class 4 national insurance are things that are applied to self-employed individuals. So if you're self-employed or a sole trader, then these national insurance rates will apply. Finally, there's Class 3 national insurance, and this is almost a voluntary national insurance and is only really there if you've got gaps in your national insurance history. What do you mean national insurance history? National insurance is something that's used to count towards your state pension each year. And to qualify for the maximum state pension, you need to make 35 years of qualifying contributions. At the moment, it's between £6,000 and £7,000 a year, but you do need to be making them. So for people who haven't kind of topped up enough within the year, Class 3 national insurance is there for them. And finally, the fourth major tax for individuals in the UK is capital gains. Capital gains is a tax that you pay when you make a gain on any disposal of assets. Assets could include things like property, shares, cryptocurrency, or if you sold shares in your company. Similar to income tax, capital gains has an annual tax-free allowance known as the annual exemption. This is separate to income tax. Currently, the annual exemption is £3,000 a year. That means you can make £3,000 worth of capital gains a year before you pay capital gains tax. As you can see from the table here, capital gains is taxed at much lower rates than income tax. At the lower rate, or the basic rate of capital gains, people pay 18% tax, and at the higher rate, they pay 24% tax. The bands that you can see in this table here are linked to your income tax and are applicable across your entire income. So when calculating your capital gains, you also need to take into account all of the income that you've received throughout the year. If you've received enough income to be in the higher rate of tax, then your capital gains are going to be at the higher rate of tax too. There are various income tax rates and allowances, as you can see on this table here. Please feel free to pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look. How can I be tax efficient, I hear you say? Well, I'm not going to tell you all of the secrets that accountants have, but one of the most straightforward ways is to pay yourself a tax efficient salary. A tax efficient salary is essentially a basic salary which pays up to your personal allowance each year, and then as a business owner you would pay yourself the rest of your income in dividends. The reason that this is tax efficient is that dividends don't incur national insurance. Ultimately, the most tax efficient way to pay yourself or extract money from your business does depend on your individual situation. However, to find out the 3 most common strategies that people use, please check out our blog post titled Most Tax Efficient Director's Salary 2025-2026. Just read it. There'll be a link below. We've done another video on that, so please check that out if you're interested. What do we do and how do we do it at e-commerce accountants? We help you optimize your taxes so you can achieve your goals. At the end of the tax year, we'll send you a checklist like this, which you can complete at your leisure. The checklist will contain detailed instructions on what we need and why. You'll have the ability to comment on or upload any attachments that are relevant. You can always mark off the steps that you've completed and it automatically updates things on our system. It automatically saves, enabling you to come back later whenever suits you best. If you have any questions, one of the chartered accountants at the firm will be able to arrange a call with you to discuss them and also go over the workings and explain what they've done. So if you've watched this far and you're interested in working with us, please click the Get Started button at the top of this webpage. I hope you found that useful, and I look forward to hopefully working with you soon.